Good morning, good morning, good morning, good. I'm gonna try to make this quick so that the Queen can understand the Americans over here, the Americans. Not saying that she has a problem with me, but Queen Juliet, I rarely watches your videos. Very rare, and it's because you popping them out like lightning over there. You want to be heard. You are his queen. His queen. You are. You are the wifey. Good morning again, everybody. Good morning. You are. That's what you said. You know everything, and you this person, and you that person, and then you turn around and jump over to plural where it's we. It's we and his queen. First thing up on the board over here in that you can understand, because I think you're having a hard time understanding one papoose. Far from being a narcissist. Very far from it. And I'll tell you why. When it comes to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, I'm not the one sitting over here telling myself some unbelievable shit. No, I'm not. I'm going to try not to laugh because my laughter ignores you. But then I will explain to you my laughter. Most normal people in America who has very low tolerance for, in the American language, bullshit, it gets laughed at. I'm not the one to say that you is a bullshitter or all of that stuff, because technically I wouldn't give a fuck, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, you do speak very. I asked who you talking to. Are you spreading your awareness, your support to your Australia natives over here in the U.S.? In the U.S., I couldn't help but to notice, because there is always eyes in the sky, and it gets sent to me, or I just might happen to come across it. Good morning. I might have to happen because, like I say, you shooting them out like lightning over there, girl. Like lightning. You want to be seen and heard. Well, we know being seen is obsolete, exempt, off the Richter scale. You have no intentions of showing who you are at all. So let me collaborate my laughter with that. Now that's some funny shit, Juliet. Because over here in America, when you want to be seen and heard and prove your prejudice of whom you are to a certain person, black women queen shows up and shows out, excuse my French, for they niggas. That's how we get down over here. Now, I don't know how y'all get down over there with claiming your niggas, your kings. But over here, when you got a prestigious king, these motherfucking queens over here will show up and show out and stand front line center with they nigga. So I can understand your madness about that. I get that. I ended up watching, let me throw this one at you, Miss Queen Juliet of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. First off and foremost, one papoose, because see, I'm an individual out here and I ride by myself. Don't give 2 cents of a hoot of whom Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, Queen, or his bitch, or his female significant other, fiance is. I don't give a fuck. You got to get that on your brain first. Good morning, Trev, sweetheart. Good morning. Let's get that perfectly understood. So, with you trying to prove whom you are to Mr. Kelly is very, very fucking irrelevant right now. Right now, it's irrelevant. In case you wasn't around, which you weren't around because you talk about this one particular person a lot, and we're going to touch on that. You heard the verdict. You heard the verdict. And the verdict that they put on your king, Miss Queen, Juliet, was guilty as charged on damn near 19 freaking counts, in case you haven't heard that. Now, where we from in America, not Australia, we're American natives. All of his queens that was rocking with him was right down there by him. So you need to explain that shit. How is it that his supporters are there with him? I was watching Ayanla. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's now has retired from her show. I was watching her episode with Lisa Ray. That's near here or there. But in case you might want to catch that show, it's a very interesting show, and she teaches people about walking through the valley and learning your steps through the valley, because I know for a fact that you are over there complicating, duplicating your life into what all of these people have been speaking about. And that's a fact. I'm going to show you how a narcissist get down, since you wants to call, I guess, me a narcissist. I'm going to believe my own shit at that state, in that comment right there. That's what I think you are doing, Queen Juliet. Period. We move differently over here. We show faces and we show out when you want something productively done. When you want to have that clout, or when you want to have that spot in a particular, baby, your hands and your arms should have been wrapped around that nigga when he needed you. Because see, right now ain't shit he can do with, because he is in a holding cell up in the NYC. So if anybody failed him out here, and since you wants to hold the throne to it, it would be you, Your Majesty. It's you. His own freaking queen failed him. You failed him fucking miserably. You wasn't there to make sure that his shit was secured when they came to arrest him. You don't get to talk about that shit. You wasn't there. See, because the shit that you should be talking about, had you been there, was that his queen, goddamn it, got his shit to safety and can't nobody get it. You wasn't there when they robbed his goddamn homes. Because if you were, it would probably be more than one nigga in fucking jail for taking his shit. Had I been his queen, every motherfucking body that was involved in that shit would have been going down. We're going to tell you how a queen reacts to his cane in fucking America. You talking that Australia shit where you got to hide out, talk behind the scene about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda, dida, and all that bullshit. Now, I ain't trying to come at you. Iyanla. I don't pronounce her name correctly. I don't. But baby, when she says that there is steps walking through the valley of some shit that you wants to own, which is your crown, you ain't quite made it there. You have lost touch with your inner spirit. And I'm going to explain to you how. The same way Yalana, whatever her name is, explained to Lisa Ray. What you have done and what you are failing at right now, and the reason why you will never get that crown on your head that you are seeking for, is because you are too focused on what people are doing. What Sylvia's doing, what Bookham is doing, what who else name you had on that? DJ Tyson is doing, what you say, Greenbird is doing, and all that. You know why? Because you just clicked on, got yourself all caught up with all the goddamn stories and shit, and because I'm giving you props right now, you can articulate and analyze very well to put your own fictitious ass stories out here in this atmosphere for people to have whatever behoofs me kind of motherfucker story. You feel what I'm saying? A narcissist, I'm very far from it, because I'm not the one sitting out here telling people some shit of what I fucking believe and trying to impress who the fuck I am. You are doing that. Maybe that's some shit that you do in Australia. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck. But America works a total different way, honey, when you trying to claim that queen status pro. Total different way. You can't hide out. Now, you touched on Sylvia. Think I heard it. Matter of fact, let's play you a little bit.
They could gain 1 million followers.
Let's play you.
You know why?
Listen to you.
Because
Listen to you. You are a narcissist.
that exists on this planet. They will find their like-minded people. You know, so just because she has followers and people that encourage her and think that she's great and all of that, doesn't mean she is actually that.
Now you're speaking on Sylvia. Hold on a second. Let me pause that. You're speaking on Sylvia. What her do's and don'ts are. What her your pros and her cons are. But in your commentary, you became instantly upset with her because she didn't put you out there. How do she know who the fuck to put out there when you sitting in some goddamn turtle shell talking your shit? I'm doing good, aren't I, Miss Juliet? I ain't got no laughter with this one because I can show you the multiple personality of Papoose when she want to get down or when she ready to clown and do her laughter. Same kind of way like you if you're a human. Because, see, that's some human shit to do. We can be serious or we can come in with our laughter to this shit. You're the only person as of now, because I believe we are in you're going to make this episode 999. We don't even know who, what, or when to expect another goddamn on one of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly Queen's coming out. Because, girl, if another one come out after you, this shit is going to break fucking history. Now, let's jump back to infamous Sylvia. I'm going to tell you why you're mad at her. Because she didn't acknowledge you. Now, keep this in mind, because I ain't no coattailer and I ain't no fucking groupie or no click on nobody, but I got to call the bullshit when I see the bullshit. And right now, you are full of bullshit. The lady drops that freaking link in her chat. Am I right or wrong, chat? Her link gets dropped. You want to be somebody. You want to be his queen. If Greenberg would have listened to you, if so-and-so would have listened to you, and you sent your shit down to the courthouse, and then they didn't listen to your ass either because they found him guilty. Somewhere, your shit ain't working out for you. So you gonna need to call your king, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, and let him know that the shit that you doing ain't fucking working. And see how that works out for you. Hit the motherfucking link on Sylvia's channel and tell the world, show the world who the fuck Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly Queen is that absolutely failed him. You failed him. You the queen. You ain't did nothing as well. Had all of your plans that you regurgitating on your channel. If people would have done this, if they would listen to me on this, and I said if you do this, and you have all of these narcissistic people over here, and you got this person over here, and Sylvia wants to be this person, and Bookham, okay, well, Bookham might be that person, but and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. Along comes your action, but you don't have the reaction to it. Where is your fucking proof and your receipts to it? You're mad at the people out here for the way that they chooses with their rights to put down their commentary based off of the images, based off of the vocabulary words that are being put together. What we see, this is what we see, Miss Queen. We see this shit. And you mean to tell me, based off of what we're seeing, especially me, I'm not deaf at all. I can hear very, very well. And I saw your queen, your king. I saw him. I saw him with the party in the kitchen with his whatever those two females are to him. Not once did I say anything is sexual, but the world, Miss Queen Juliet, saw them together. The world saw the video where they at the beach having a good time. So if you're gonna sit here and say that everybody is crazy for believing what we saw, then you're gonna have to go and argue this fact out with your king. See, because your king was okay with us seeing it and hearing it. He said it himself. Those were his girlfriends. He ain't mentioned shit about a goddamn Miss Queen Juliet. You can't be mad at the people. Miss Queen Juliet, your man, allegedly didn't show you. Your man did not speak of you. Your man, as you said, when you saw the way they wrote up some in the paperwork or whatever, and you told them that it wasn't right. Motherfucker, excuse me, I'm sorry. You do know that airplanes run internationally too, right? You do know that, right? So you could have brought your butt on over here and fixed that shit. Now I got to laugh, girl, because that shit was funny. That shit was funny, Juliet. I'm far from ignorant. I'm very far from being a narcissist. I live in a real world. You can't live and survive in the real world being a goddamn narcissist. You will fall off the fucking track some damn where. Telling yourself some bullshit that you know ain't true. And then you follow through on the untruth of your bullshit. You ain't going no fucking where in life. One papoose is gone. Gone, gone, gone. I have taken completely off and have not once fallen off of my fucking tracks. It's because I live in a reality. I live in the reality part of the world. Let's listen to this other shit you said. Hold on. Hold on. Papoose is a narcissist and her laugh does this. Obviously, you're not hearing the bullshit out here. Because if you did, it'll make your ass laugh too. It'll make your ass laugh too. You have literally put us, these R. Kelly supporters, in episode 999, just when they thought everything was kind of calming down. You did. Now here you come. The queen of the throne has spoken. What else you said on his shit? Shit.
You know, amongst King's fan base, she's found people that are like-minded to her, that respond the same way as her, that may have the same mental health problems as her. You know, and so
now, let me ask you something, Miss KQAIN. By you speaking, are you trying to find the people that will most likely be sprung to you? Is that what you're looking for? You're showing bitterness. You're showing bitterness to someone you don't even know. And who is the narcissist? Why are you showing bitterness? Because of someone's commentary and you were not included in it after, according to you, making that phone call to Sylvia. You talks to Sylvia and Sylvia knows you and Sylvia didn't put you out there and Sylvia didn't do this. What Sylvia needs to do, in my opinion, when I'm talking about the reality of the facts, is tell his queen to hit the motherfucking link. You want action and show and camera and lights? Hit the fucking link. Because everybody out here done hit the motherfucking link. Motherfuckers want camera, lights, and action. That verbal shit, that shit don't work over here in America. Nah, don't work in America. You gonna have to show who you are and what you be. Put the goddamn ring on the camera. Do something. Put the ring up. Can you show us at least a little smear picture of the fucking wedding or something? R.KELLY has come all the way over to Australia, or you done snuck over here, and somehow in between his whole timeline of concerts and making music for everybody else, and now you the wifey. Girl, let me see what else you got to say.
That from that perspective. And maybe some of you are like that. Maybe some of you are dealing with the same things she's dealing with, which is rage, which is a lack of impulse control, which is a lack of being able to reason things out without, self-control. All of these mechanisms that healthy-minded individuals and processing steps that healthy-minded individuals go through is not what Sharon is demonstrating. So, and then a lot of her followers.
So you've seen it. Well, there's an indication that you're watching every single body. And then it takes you commentary, Miss KQAIN, really shouldn't be about nobody out here. Your commentary, since you are his queen, should be about nothing but how the fuck you get Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly out of jail. He's your only goddamn focus. You've lost focus. Go watch, what's the woman name, y'all? Yella. Go watch her. Go watch her. She got the show called Fix My Problem. Because you got a problem, girl. You got a problem. See, you got to keep working on your inner spirit is what she says. I think you could use her help. I really do. See, Papoose ain't out here to focus on every single individual who has something to say or who wants to be this person in Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's life. It's not important to me. That's why it's funny to me. I can laugh at this shit. Your king, let me tell you this, because I got to keep the shit real about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Your king, he failed you. Because had he been your king, he'd have had your ass right beside his side on the red.
Your body, mind, and soul.
So you are his queen in spirit. That's what you're his queen in spirit. You see how you speak to actions. You forgot that word. And the action you didn't learn every damn thing through the mind.
To actually pollute what's going on. I never want to be the person who does to other people what they've done to me, and expects things to actually improve, because it will never happen. So yes, I might have tricked you with the title, and maybe you're coming on here to expect me to go in like they do and put up a picture of a monkey and and say or put up some clowns and put up their faces. But I actually feel sorry for these people. I think that they're on a very hard journey in life, because I'm going to go on and live happily after with my king, but they're going to have to deal with them.
Miss Queen Juliet, everybody through the mind, the body, and the soul, which equals the spirit, is going to go on and live very happily with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. We do. We still are. We ain't leaving them like that. Just same way that you are doing. We ain't gonna leave them. We're not leaving them. And that's how you are injecting what you have out here in this air. That's it. And that's all. Let me see what else you say.
Themselves, and they're not going to be able to run away from what's going on inside of them for very long. Now, I'm just talking about Sharon right now, but I'm going to move on to other people. I've spoken about Rachel and her issues. I'm going to tie it in because this woman, Rachel, is actually behind the scenes. She's actually been, talking to a lot of these bloggers and a lot of these supporters using different personas.
Now, I got to go there on there. Who is right? Who is Rachel? I don't know no damn Rachel, but that she over there and her king is sitting in the NYC with a guilty verdict on her, and all these planes coming and going, and she over there scrambling some damn eggs. Ain't no time for eggs. Go get your king. You shouldn't even be hungry, girl. You shouldn't be hungry. You should be thirsty to get down there to help get your king out. We waiting on you. We believe in you. We believe you. Queen for the king. Go get him. Let me see what else you said. Talking about now you on Rachel. You done did Sharon Winbush. You done did infamous Sylvia. And all you got to do is hit the link. They gon' bring you on. They gon' let you see. Are you going to get in touch with ABC, NBC, YCB, and NAACP? What you going to do? Are you just going to sit out here on your YouTube channel just like everybody else and stay in hiding under your turtle shell, speaking very intellectual? You do. You articulate very well. I'm not going to take that from you. Very well. But you have to understand, psychology is a goddamn, they make it complicated, but when you have had it and you studied it, it becomes easy to understand what the next psychonosis therapy that you may need. I think you may need a little bit of it. I learned the good part of psychology. I learned the good part of it, and I'm so glad that I've learned the good part, because there's an evil part to psychology. It is a very evil part to it. But studying that shit, you really got to sit back and listen to the articulating words that people put together. It's not that complicated. But it also teaches you that will speak all of this flabbergastic ass fumes in the air to the people of your actions. And you know, at first, girl, I ain't believe Einstein made that damn light bulb till I actually saw him make a fucking light bulb. I was like, oh, electricity man, okay. Let me see what else you got, say.
She's been talking to them and feeding them lies about me. But you've got to see that you've got like attracts like. You've got people that are exactly the same as each other talking to each other.
That's absolutely
and it goes
correct.
back down to that conversation I was talking about in my last video about Don Russell and how he was talking to Timothy Savage and negotiating about a relationship that doesn't even exist between King and Azrael and Joyce, and there is no.
Now, could that be possible that you watched the videos and once again conjured up your conclusion, your hypothetical synopsis on Don Russell? Could that be freaking possible? Because you didn't start speaking about Don Russell until episode 999. Don Russell spoke back in 2000 and early 20 on Nick at Night with the same damn story. And here you are at the end of 2020, we're in 21. And now you got something to say about Don Russell. But let's hear what you have to say about Don Russell.
Relationship, but he's talking to Timothy Savage, and both of them have these sociopathic personalities, and needing validation and needing, and drama and all of that, and delusions of mind and grandiose ideas. Because Timothy Savage actually believes his daughter is with R.KELLY, and as much as he portrays that he hates it, he actually doesn't want this fake story to stop, because he makes all of his money, he gets all of his attention from this fake story, this fake narrative. So
now, I'm gonna have to correct you on that, Sister KQAIN, Miss Juliet. For the record, and it's coming from one papoose in what she saw, for the record, Don Russell actually do. Yeah, he does. And it ain't for me to put out there. But I just wanted to call your shit out on the Americans over here. He actually does. And if you own a business, somewhere you got to be making some tab of some money. So I don't think that he actually come out here to YouTube to be making any money, any profit off of his stories. One, he doesn't have a YouTube channel. Two, he never put a Cash App up on any goddamn thing. Three, I'm gonna need you to explain to us, where is it, after you go watch some more videos, that where have Don Russell made any goddamn money off of YouTube with his propaganda? You do that.
As he goes on about this is why people say, why don't you want to save your daughter? Why don't you go and find your daughter? He knows where his daughter is. He knows he can go there and visit her anytime. I'm sure he probably speaks to her every day. I don't know. Look, you all assume a lot about Joycelyn Savage, but and I don't try to assume. I try not to assume a lot. I will say something very briefly on that, but I'm going to keep coming back to this. You'll probably hear me talk about Joycelyn Savage quite a bit, because I really want to clear up a lot during this conversation. So Rachel Warren is the person behind the Joycelyn Savage Instagram account, and I know because I've been dealing with the woman since August last year. And when I heard that the account was up and running,
I don't even know if I can do her anymore. I don't even know. Now you've been dealing with Joy. You've been dealing with Joy. Now girl, I ask you again, Miss KQAIN Juliet. Miss KQAIN, I gotta ask you, why is it, since you are the queen, this is a very important question. Very important question. You the queen that nobody knew about. You even said that Greenberg mentioned something about him having some wives or some shit, right? Now, us Americans, we are in belief. We believe. I believe. I'm going to tell you that I do. This American girl, this chick here, this narcissist that you call one papoose. I am in true belief that you have no idea on how to hold your cane down. You don't. And I'll say it again from the beginning of this story. Had you, or were you, or are you of his queen, ain't no freaking goddamn way should your king be keeping you in hiding. He's a celebrity. Number two, ain't no way his king should have lost or does not have anyone out here in possession of his things that was very important. His queen was not at that goddamn hotel to collect his most important things that he worked for, which was his goddamn Grammys. It wasn't his queen. You said that it was, well, we saw it was Joy, and then the other cat fighting ass girl out there, who's on IG dressed as a pimp. You've done nothing to convince any of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters out here on who you are, what you are, where you come from, or nothing. Yeah, you put your little picture up if it's you, but you know me, I know exactly what catfishing is. Exactly. I use it a lot over here. There's a whole lot of catfishing ass motherfuckers out here. Over here in America, we call it catfishing. And I'm sure you will look it up, or you may not have to look it up to know what catfishing is. And when we see people portray and act and do what catfishing is, Papoose gonna have to add you to the catfish group until I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Until your king decides to come out and introduce his queen to the world, you're a catfish. And it is what the fuck it is. It is what the fuck it is. You're a catfish. You're a whole catfish. You know this. You can do this. If the people would listen to you for this. Do you think that any people would be out there marching behind and voting for the president if they did not know who the fuck he was? Nope. Nobody will be out there. You just gonna talk on a bullhorn and I'm this and I'm this and I'm that. Get behind me. I am the truth. Well, one thing you'll have to know about one papoose. It'll be a cold day in freaking hell before papoose follow or listen or believe or bow down or put anything on to an image that I can't see. You can speak very highly of your king, but papoose don't follow ghosts. They scare me. Scary as hell. They'll reach out and touch you. You don't even know fuck touching you. Fuck that. I don't think so. His queen. Girl. Now, I can go on with your video, but I don't own the rights to it. And at least I have that much decency to not do so. You have convinced your 3, 4, 5 people in your chat that you are that woman. Some shit I don't understand. Because if you were, and you had all the juice, that's all they got to ask themselves. Why is your king sitting in the NYC? And don't throw that goddamn synopsis of propaganda out here that, oh, it was his supporters. And his supporters said this, and his supporters didn't do nothing but advocate in the best way that they knew how for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's it, and that's all. See, we don't have all of the notations and the write-ups and the contact like you say you do. You do. You said that you do. You said you do. How in the hell is an attorney even supposed to take you serious? What you do? What you just call in? You mean to tell me that his king, your king ain't told the goddamn attorneys about you? They, huh? You mean to tell me that they ain't flying your ass in to sit your ass on that defense stand to allow you to tell anything about your king? See, that's the reality of what we have to deal with, or we will, I, because I'm going to speak individual. Can't put other people in the shit. I don't know what other people think. I don't. I don't. You. It was you. Girl, bye. Nobody even knew about X-Drea. You notice you ain't got no... when did you come into his life? 2000 and what? 2000 and what? Because you don't talk about any of the other ladies. You don't talk about that. You don't. You don't talk about those. Was it true? Is it true or not? Is it true or not? But now, these two women that we all saw, I saw it. I don't know about other people. I saw it. Sitting up in his Trump Tower with him, cutting some goddamn cake. I saw it. Two of them walking into the courtroom to support him until one of them turned on him. I saw it. I heard the phone call with one of them begging for him to take Joy off the goddamn visitor list. That should have been you, his queen. Why you wasn't calling her to get on the sneak up in there? You could have went in there disguise. Put a mustache and a hat and shit on, walk with a cane. We would have never known who the fuck you are. Huh? And you want everybody to believe what? What? See, I can do a video without much laughter, but like I say, I happen to be one of the realest person within myself. Can't help what other people say or think about one papoose that has very, 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 very low tolerance for bullshit. You are episode 999. Just when these people thought that, okay, it's going to calm down. His support group is going to be okay. But now, here you come. Who's after you? Because you seem like you got some psychic powers over there, rubbing a crystal ball or some shit. Tell us who's next after you. It's time that we prepare ourselves for the psychos that's coming out. Not any more support. Psychos. You, Miss Juliet, I don't know you from Adam or Eve, honey. But right now, you're portraying yourself as a complete psycho. A complete psycho. Here's where you have the advantage at, his queen. Here's where you have the advantage. There's not one goddamn American supporter over here of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly is gonna fly out over to Australia to see it. Shit expensive. Everybody over here, everybody over here broke as hell. Everybody, we all broke. So you're pretty safe. You're pretty safe. But you won't even do that. Nobody's coming over there. Nobody's coming. You'll be all right. Get on your camera. Show all your receipts and all of that. And then maybe you'll get about 10 more followers over there on your commentary instead of the numbnut ones, because you call everybody over here. So I think that that's fair to call your people in your chat over there, the whole 5 of them, numbnuts. That woman ain't went and got y'all came out of jail with all of the superpowers that she have, with those fictitious ass superheroes that's talking in her fucking head. And it is what it is. Nobody convinced. Oh, they won't listen to me. Me who? Who are you? Me who? Who are you? Are you? You to a damn ghost. It wasn't you that went down there and put that $100,000 out for that man on his first release. That was that goddamn Lavisha Lavanda, the woman that was on Tasha K. Had you known, her sister was on the bus riding with us. We didn't even know that until she introduced herself. That was her. That she was her sister. That wasn't you. That wasn't you sitting up there in the courtroom arguing in Chicago downtown about you want your money back. That was another queen. That man got so many damn queens. Shit. You sound jealous. You sound jealous. Now, I don't know if it was a problem with your punani or Mr. Kelly didn't understand what you be talking about. He probably he probably didn't know that you married him. He probably don't even know. You let me find out that Mr. Kelly is not aware that he has a whole queen that's claiming his ass. That's gonna be some fucked up shit, Miss Juliet. That's gonna be some fucked up shit. Fucked up shit, boy. Now I get to laugh while I go on my goddamn journey at your shit, because the shit was fun as hell. Watch the what's her name? Yanla. Watch a show so she can teach you those steps that you need to take through the valley. It's gonna help you with your psychotic ass ways, because you have them. You have them. Yeah, you do. You're mad. Your energy is on everybody else. Everybody else. And you can't put your energy there because you're going to lose focus of your inner spirit of helping your king. He needs your help, girl. He needs your help. Go watch him. I actually learned something from that because I was like, damn, that's what's up. That was pretty dope. But she retired. The show is gone. So you can't call in and all that shit. My opinion, my thought about it, I don't know if Oprah wasn't paying. She probably pushed Oprah another six-figure number of what she want for that show. I don't know. Oprah might have not want to pay her that much fucking money to fix a problem. Some people just got to go to a real goddamn doctor out here. So the Fix My Problem show has been canceled. She's retired. You're going to have to call her up and she will get you in over there on her YouTube channel so you can hit her Cash App now and she can help you out. She can help you out. Pap, ain't nothing wrong with Pap, Miss Juliet. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I love to laugh. And for you to want to put your hypothetical comment out there on whether you think if I'm crazy because I laugh at a bunch of crazy psychotic ass bullshit out here, then I'll have to let you have that. It's just low tolerance to bullshit. And I laugh at a lot of bullshit. You like that whole person over there where you trying to get people in a cult. You over there doing some whole verbal cult ass shit. That's some fucked up shit. Pap don't follow anybody. There's only one person out here that is of truth, and that's God. And I be goddamn if I ever worship or think or believe the shit you saying because you can speak that shit. I give you props now, so don't come back trying to beat down all on my head and shit like that. You speak your shit over there. It's too damn good. But you know what my mama taught me? And my daddy. If it sounds too good to be true, then that shit ain't true. Your shit sounds way, way too good. Way too good. If it walked like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's a what, y'all? I know most of y'all will probably say Aflac. Aflac. I gotta hear what you said about Papoose though. Hold on, we gonna go. Let's play what you played about Papoose. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm an American girl. I'm a American girl, honey. I don't believe in all that damn narcissist shit and shit that everybody else say. Mm-mm. Let me
Told
see.
him, do not go near this man
Let's
because
hear what
he
else she got to
is
say.
dangerous.
Who's dangerous?
Everybody this man, Donna J, was associating
Oh,
with had
Donna
to do
J.
with the
Donna
case
J, you
and was
dangerous.
on the opposite side of the case. And I wanted him to have nothing to do with him, no connection whatsoever. And
You
not
say
just that, I
Missy
saw his
Pooh?
pathological lies. I saw how he started to include me in his commentary just for attention and just to, kind of discredit me without even knowing who I was, and just to keep his story of Joycelyn and Azrael valid as long as he could, because he had that connection with Azrael and he had that connection with her father, and I wanted my king with no connection whatsoever. He cut him off many months ago, but until my king actually comes home and you hear and see his, because he has said it through people that he doesn't have anything to do with that guy, that man, but that man will never accept it until he sees his lips moving on the screen. The man cannot accept it. It's the same with Sharon. She will not accept it. She will hang around until that very final hour, and it's nothing to do with him, nothing to do with helping him. Please don't get that confused that they will hang around no matter what. That's nothing to do with him. At this point, most of these people are hanging around because they need the attention. They need that validation from you. And unless they get that from you, they're not going to be okay in themselves. So they need to paint me as somebody who I'm not, for as long as they possibly can. So, how my king feels about infamous Sylvia, he has known like her problem with she's somebody who moves in a very strange way, in a way that you cannot trust, because she is somebody who is very insincere in many forms, because it comes across as somebody who is very
Wait, listen to how she talk about Sylvia, y'all. This shit is crazy. She's lost touch with her inner spirit. You're bitter. You're angry. And the crazy thing about it, in order for you to not have those feelings or to be able to you want to, because now this is a choice. You want it to come out to do this stuff, Miss Juliet, R.KELLY. You wanted to do this. You gave yourself a reason to do this shit, right? So now you wants to come out and tell the world about Miss infamous Sylvia, because she did not acknowledge who you were or talk about you, because you claim to have given infamous Sylvia the information and all this shit. Is that correct? Is that correct? But let me, you can tell it best. Hold on.
caring and very loving. And I'm not saying she doesn't have a lot of empathy in her, because she demonstrates that with a lot of people. And even with my king, she demonstrates a lot of empathy. The way she treated me when I came in was of a narcissist. She was completely narcissistic towards me, completely closed off, completely made it all about her. So it makes me think that this woman is not who she portrays either. She is not who she's portraying online as this spiritual person who cares about everybody, because behind the scenes and behind people's backs, she does a lot of things that are very, very hurtful. She said a lot of things about me that are extremely hurtful. And this is somebody who came in to support her channel and to support her and to put King's support behind her. And the only reason he started supporting her was because of me. Because before that, he had no trust.
Hold up. Hold up. Did you just say, Sylvia, you got some explaining to do, Lucy? You got some explaining to do, Lucy. She says that Sylvia is only where she is. I'm changing the words up a little bit, because of her. But wait, wait, man, boo, we gotta get that right. Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. Oh shit. I done checked. Hold on. Oh, wait. I get hit with that. Hold on, Miss Julia. You said,
The account was up and
now I
running.
gotta find it again. God damn it.
And now they are doing exactly what these bloggers are, which is
I done lost the damn thing, y'all.
because then that if they actually validate me, it's a case of negligence for them. It poses a
So
legal.
if they validate you, wait a minute now. This what I talk about, y'all. There's some psychological ass shit here. First, you mad at her, Sylvia, for not giving you your props and letting the people know that you are a real person and you're this and you helped her and you got this right. And then you just come back to say, now you mad because of validation. You first you said that it will be some you're mad at Sylvia and all these people because they're not giving you acknowledging you on who you are. Then you come back and say that they know better not to do that shit because to validate you because it can be some legal actions towards it. Hold the fuck up. Wait 1 second. Hold up. Let me. Huh?
Threat for them. So their careers are online.
Ooh.
It happened to King to me. There's that.
Wait,
and then
we gotta rewind you, Juliet.
You know,
you
the
tweaking,
piece
girl.
showed clearly, you know, that a lot of the lies about me were coming from his attorney Greenberg.
Okay, Greenberg
and
lie.
Rachel
Okay.
Warren, who runs the
Rachel
website
Warren.
Fake Wives of R.KELLY.
Rachel
and
Warren.
She has a billion fake profiles to spread slander about me, and she'll say things that I never said to people, like that I said I was married and have King's baby. And that turns people completely off immediately, even though they don't know me. And unfortunately, people still, after everything King has been through, believe things without seeing the evidence of it. So there are still people still doing exactly what, you know, happened to King to me. There's that. And then there's Greenberg, and you know the story about that because I've posted quite a few videos about how the situation happened, that people came to believe Joycelyn and Azra were King's girlfriends, living girlfriends. It all came down to Greenberg.
No, your videos that you posted, Miss Queen Juliet, was videos that was already out here, and then you took the stories. You took everybody's commentary stories that was talking about Joy and Azarel, and you twisted that and said that they ain't who Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Yo Kane said that shit. So you twist the stories off of some shit that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly said. Cause I heard him say that shit on fucking gay. I heard him say the shit. I did. And so you pushing your narrative how they not who they said that they were when we started watching this shit and started putting out what we had heard. So now you is the queen. Girl, if we'd have known that is the queen back in 2019 when they picked them up and you was down there, we'd have been pushing and saluting your ass. We'd have rolled a red carpet out for your ass downtown Chicago. We would. His queen is here. We'd have did that shit. We'd have gave you a whole goddamn table out at the picnic and had candles and shit all around you. We'd have done that shit. You ain't even come out to claim your throne. The fuck? Hold on, let me see.
Building a defense, and Anton and his team, and they didn't fact check and they didn't care to, and now they are doing exactly what these bloggers are, which is denying me. Because then if they actually validate me, it's a case of negligence.
Queen Juliet, you wrong. You wrong right there. How you gonna be mad at the attorneys for not validating you? Now, where we from over here in America, once an attorney validate your ass, you real. You feel what I'm saying? You real. Now, if them attorneys didn't validate you, this is your cane attorneys. Keep that in mind. That's very important to keep that shit in mind. Here you are once again, mad at the goddamn attorneys for not validating you. It wasn't the attorney's jobs to validate you. It was your king job. When are you are going to blame your king for not validating his queen? Is what I'm trying to understand. You can't put this peer pressure. Girl, there's some high school teenage peer pressure you putting on me over here. It's fucked up. Now, you gonna have to go back down memory lane and listen to your king very carefully. Not once did that nigga validate you. And I don't know why. You gonna have to ask him. But that's the only person that you should be angry with. Not his attorneys, not any of these bloggers, not one papoose, and not nobody else. You should be mad at your king. Your king, your king failed you. He didn't even acknowledge you in his spirit. Because when he was singing I Wish, that was his inner spirit. When he was singing I Admit, that came from his inner spirit. And nothing in his inner spirit came out about you. Since you wants to get into the mind, the body, and the soul, somewhere you failed him and he failed you. I don't know. But let me see what else you guys say.
For them, it poses a legal threat for them. So their careers are online, and a lot is online with his original attorneys, because, excluding Leonard, because he actually came on board through Greenberg. So he's
Do you hear? Do you hear the shit that comes out your mouth, Miss Juliet? You sat there and told your 4.5 subs and your moderator over there on your chat that they will not say anything about you because they could be facing legal matters. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you Girl, you made me need a shot of Patron after that. You really just did. You really did. You mean to tell me that you have done all the convincing that you can do to his attorneys, the people that is fighting for his life. And because, or if they do, versus they need to acknowledge you, they need to listen to you. But now it's, well, if they do, they could be facing a legal situation. Girl, are you over there, goddamn it, hitting Patron? You over there with that Australia wine, boo. You over there on some hard shit. Let me see.
actually innocent, and he's never gone to the media with the stories of Joycelyn and Nazriel, and he's never said it. He's never said it publicly. He's just supported Greenberg privately with his advocacy, but. So he's the only one I haven't included in that. All it is a bunch of lies, and Greenberg knows it, but he will never admit to it, because the second he does, he's in legal trouble. So at this point, King is clearing out the old, and that includes the old attorneys. So
Greenberg, y'all better go tell Greenberg that he better not do nothing, because his client, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, her king, she gonna sue Greenberg. The Kane attorneys, if they mention or they say or they do anything to Queen, they gonna be in legal troubles. Wait a minute, Queen. Who gonna sue them? The Kane? Oh my God. Oh my God. Girl, your commentary is some juicy tea. Let me see what else you got. Girl, this shit. Miss Juliet. Now it's me and us never part. The fun. You is funny. Go. Let me see what you say.
This is why the new ones are coming through, because he's attracting a whole different host of attorneys that actually care about him, that care about being honest, and that care about the truth, and are listening to both of us and are willing to do that. Greenberg, to me, is another narcissist. He only cares for himself, and he has a very shallow empathy. He has very...
And for the record, Miss Juliet, he doesn't have a host of new attorneys. Nah. Only one. No, only one. That's old Jen. Oh, Miss Jennifer. She's it's just one. Just one more than joined in to represent Yo Kane. Ooh, girl. Yo tea is hot, baby.
Shallow empathy for people, and he's incredibly selfish. That's what the results showed, and King has received all of these results, by the way. So they're the major points of the quiz. The last thing I wanted to talk about was just this rumor about Joycelyn Savage and King being engaged. I want to address where that came from. That again comes back to his original attorneys. I contacted the reporter who put out that story from the Hip Hop Inquirer, and I actually addressed him directly and said, that's actually rubbish. Why are you putting out that story? And he said he got the information from Anton. He didn't mention his name. He just said King's previous attorney who worked with him on this case. And there's only one man, and that's Anton. So I put two and two together, and I realized, of course, it's Anton that gave him that story and fed it to him. He didn't respond when I actually told him, oh, you're talking about Anton. He didn't say yes or no, but his silence told me. The guy's name was Dennis Byron, the reporter, who
So, when you told Yo Kane about the Doug Anton, and then now the Dennis Byron, the news report man, Yo Kane didn't have a response. Yo Kane? You mean Yo Kane did not go into communication with his queen? Not even spiritually? Like you didn't feel it internally when he spoke to you? I'm just trying to make sense of this shit here. I'm trying to make sense of this shit. You spoke to Yo Kane. What the fuck kind of speaking do y'all do? Smoke signals? I need to know. I'm just asking for a friend. What kind of communication do y'all have? I need to know. Is it smoke signals or you're throwing rice? Are you doing some type of voodoo shit over there? I don't know what. But you on a whole fucking voodoo clan. It is what it is, though, boo. It's your man, not mine. It's your whole man. The king is yours. You can have him. Let's go.
Then I lost all respect for, because he took this story and ran with it and has spread it throughout his...
Here's another thing, though, Miss Juliet, on the real tip. For real. This for real before I get back to my laughing, because I need to laugh this shit off so that I don't have those, you over there with voodoo. You might make a doll or some shit about me and start poking the needles in the eyes and shit. I can't risk that shit. I ain't trying to feel no pain while I'm walking, Miss Julie. So don't make no doll and shit about me. But for real, you can you see where this may be very strange to a lot of people? Very, very strange. This is what they called out here the third quarter. And now here you are in the fourth quarter, all alone, trying to convince World War III people, because they done been at this shit not once, not twice, but 3 goddamn times. Here you come. The king, Yo Kane, ain't even sent trick-or-treating. Not once. But he giving them to you. To you. You are going to get your king over here in America in a whole lot of more trouble if you don't shut that shit down. Because, see, now the way the government works over here and the Looney Tunes shit that you speaking over there, the government over here gonna start to think that he may have another goddamn bitter ass woman in a cult. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. They gonna come and get you, girl. You might want to be quiet. You telling too much.
Fan base and support base. And when I tried to correct him, he didn't retract it because I said to him, it's false information and I made videos on it. And you can go and listen to the videos as to where the story of the relationship came from. But it never, ever was on top, it was never a case of King being engaged to him. If his attorneys discussed it, it had nothing to do with King. They may have discussed it and put it on him as an idea, and that is where I'm talking about the negligence and the unscrupulous, corrupt behaviour that's been going on with his original attorneys, and they've put it on him, put it on King, and I'm getting to the bottom of it with King because there could be legal action here. Just putting that out there, there could be legal action in the future against his original attorneys if everything comes out as being what I know it to be. But because the story is fake, King was never, ever even in a relationship with Joycelyn. The time when he was writing and communicating with her, emailing her.
His queen, you're making your man out to be a liar. Stop it. Stop it. You're making him out to be a liar. And that does not look good. I literally went off of what he said. He said that, Miss Juliet, go watch the fucking movies and watch them correctly. Go watch them. I'm starting to wonder. Do you realize that there's not a word of you in his book? And his book is recently? You are aware of that, right? He put whom he felt was his queens in his book that the Americans have read over here. You're complicating things. You're confusing people. You are a strange Australian woman. You're very, very strange. We gonna sit and wait, cause we gonna leave you there. We gonna leave you here, but we gonna have to put you on the back burner for a minute, cause we gonna wait for the smoke signal, y'all, signal to come from your king. That's what we gonna need. So call your king up or hit the core links over there. Put on your screen that the king now gives you authorized position to be of the queen, aka his PR and all of that shit. We gonna need validation on that shit. We ain't gonna leave you just yet. At least I ain't. Me and you, us never part right now. Cause I got to see about your other shit that you've been talking about in your videos. Everybody wants to believe somebody, but right now you ain't convincing. You ain't convincing us right now. I don't think so.
Was the time when Greenberg forced her name onto his bond motions, even after I told him, do not do that, do not do that.
Somebody get Greenberg.
Partner. He ignored me. Now, sorry, just getting back to the quiz.
She told Greenberg, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I'm his partner. Why didn't your king tell Greenberg not to do that because his partner said don't do that shit? Huh? Why? So you mean to tell me that they're not listening to your king either? Girl, if you keep that shit up, they gonna have you and his king in a goddamn straitjacket.
Beginning about Greenberg, I think I've covered that. Just getting back to that quiz results, there are a few people I haven't mentioned, but whose names have popped up from what my followers have told me, and people around who answered the quiz. And
Your followers, you mean your 4.5 followers done told you some stories. Let's see what they done told you, boo.
that was the blogger called DJ Tyson.
DJ
And I'm just going to say this. He doesn't fall into the categories of what I've been discussing today.
Okay.
Because I don't actually believe he has a personality disorder or a serious mental health problem that he's not resolving. Do I think he is doing this for alternative reasons? That's on between him and God, to be honest. I don't follow any of the blogs religiously. I do pop my head in sometimes. Now, if he's been saying to you all that I am a fraud, a crazy, and a stalker, it's because he's listening to other people, and also because he's been very fixated on this narrative of the Joycelyn Savage Azrael relationship that never happened. And he's been hammering that home, that is why King has to be free, because Azrael was in a relationship with R.KELLY. And it's just, that's the narrative he's been focused on, and it's the wrong narrative. So if I were you guys, I would go to him and say, stop it, because all of that energy should be...
Miss Juliet, you're the one that has a problem, or you're having your situation with the way DJ Tyson is doing his commentary. Don't go sending the mules to do your work. You go tell. That's one thing I don't like. I don't like that shit about people. When you have the problem with it, don't go round up the fucking mules to go do it. You go handle and tell DJ Tyson your thoughts. Call him up, via email him or whatever, because he going to verify who you are. But see, it's easy to send other people to do it, so that way nobody has to verify who you are or show your picture. So you do it. You do it. You go do it.
Put behind what I've been saying for the last 2 years, that's now coming out in the evidence that was presented at court, and it's going to come out from King's own mouth very soon. And he's wasting a lot of energy pursuing a narrative that never happened. And in fact, this is exactly what her and her family want, because that's what they did all of this for. They wanted the attention. They wanted you all to validate this relationship that never happened. Remember Azrael's letters. There's nothing going on. Please stop forcing it. They all wanted, both of her parents wanted this relationship to happen. It didn't happen. So now the three of them and her joint family, they want you all to keep this narrative going, even if you're on the opposite side of it, because you keep validating this scenario that they profit off of. They profit off of this fake relationship one way or another. But if you tell the story, which is the truth that I've been giving for the last 2 years, that there wasn't one because he wasn't interested, and it is in the letters that she wrote to him and his response, I only want to be friends, I'm not interested, he kept telling her. If you tell that story, the truth, then it stops all of that, and you don't need to defend anything anymore. You just have to say it never happened, and you have to just keep saying it until people get that through their thick heads. But if you keep this narrative going, this fake narrative that there was a relationship, that, you know, there was a sexual and intimate relationship, and it will just never end, because these people just feed off of this fake story. And so I hope that you all that are listening to this, if you follow their channels, that you go back and you tell them that you're wasting your time. And if they want to continue saying I'm a fake and a fraud, it's only because, again, it comes down to that psychological block. But, I wouldn't say that this man, from what I've...
Now, I'm not saying you're a fake or a fraud. You have your own freaking beliefs. I believe that there is a little bit of psychotic behavior, a little bit of a narcissist behavior over there. I do. And that's just my opinion, just like you had your opinion. We are well aware now that Azrael was never there for good intentions to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm going to say I apologize. I am aware that whatever Joy is there for, I don't know. I don't care. I'm putting me on the record, Miss Juliet R.KELLY. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is I can commentary off of what I have seen and what I have heard. If you think that that is the most important thing to talk about when it comes to KQAIN being incarcerated under a guilty plea, then you, my dear, have another thing coming. What your argument should be about right now, because that's the past. And you can't do nothing about the past. What will help him get released right now is the juice that I believe that his new attorney, that Jennifer Bonjean, is going to be coming with, right? Because if she comes in there and try to tackle every speckles of action of what did happen and what was said about all of these girls and these people were in the camp doing this and doing that, only a little bit is going to help that. A little bit. See, because the lies were already extracted from Connick. He did that part. That's there. So she only has to elaborate a little bit on that part, right? It's part of her write-up, just a little bit. Talk about his civil rights. I just might listen to your channel, because that's pretty much predominantly the only way that they're going to get Mr. Kelly up out of that jail. Your KQAIN is that. With a little mixture of this one lied and this one lied and this one lied and this one lied. But right now, it's about was what done to him according to the United States Constitution valid enough to incarcerate him? What amendments, what rights that he was supposed to have as a U.S. citizen that they did not fucking honor? Talk about that. Get back into your inner spirit. Go watch Yala, like I told you. Learn those steps through the valley before you can reach the outcome of being his queen of what you want us people out here in America to acknowledge about you. You should have stayed in the inner part of you, not the outer. Because what these people are saying, including myself on these channels, will not make or break you at all. See, you got to find your thing. Over here, it's called your swag. Put your stamp on it and leave it to you. Only you. But you couldn't do that. You got lost in the sauce. You coming out here, like I have to tell a lot of people, some people, trying to discredit what the fuck I say or how I laugh at things, it's not going to free your KQAIN. Capiche? Compadre? Let me see, because I know you got someone with
He has a mental problem, but I think that he has a problem letting go of this narrative, because once he kind of lets that go, then he's got to actually explain why he's pushed it for so long, um, and called me a crazy, considering I've never, he doesn't know me from a bar of soap or anything. He doesn't know me at all. As for this other blogger, One Papoose, I'm only mentioning her because she made a video about me some time ago that I came across, and I just thought, what is this idiocracy? And I just dismissed it.
She
I
says,
think I logged in for a second and
she says, what is this idiocracy about One Papoose? Let's hear what she's got to say about One Papoose. I'm a narcissist with her idiocracy.
what the hell are you doing? And then
I don't
then
recall,
I
maybe a
zipped
long
out
time
because I was
ago.
just like, I'm not going to even listen to what they have to say because the energy was so narcissistic. It was just cackling and laughing. There was no seriousness to it. The whole point of the video was to make fun of me. And I found
I
that
know,
so
right,
offensive because
Empress?
I thought this is a very serious thing that's going on for my king. And I've made very serious videos. And if all you can get out of it is to laugh like a gremlin with a bunch of idiots, then good for you. But don't come using my name to forward your whatever agenda you have going over there, because you clearly are not here to take this seriously, whoever you are, and if you are, I think just get your head straight, because what you did that day was just so idiotic. What you did in making that video about me was such a stupid thing to do, considering you don't know me. You clearly have not watched my videos, and if you have, you haven't taken them seriously. So anyway, I don't have much else to say about that. I think that all of
Okay, so with conclusion, Miss Juliet, the hits queen, thinks that I am a idiot and my laughter it resembles a gremlin. No, Miss Juliet, his queen, I laugh at low tolerance bullshit. Period, point blank. You should try it because you wouldn't be over there as serious as you portray to be, as if you as well is going to free his king. See, we were his minions. Let's call it that. His minions, right? His minions. You can't say that I didn't take the situation serious to your expectations. See, because I dropped my life. I dropped my children. I dropped the grandchildren. I dropped my job. I dropped everything. Everything to come down to Chicago to help push free R. Kelly. Due process for Kelly. Not once, not twice. I showed up 3 times for your king. So you don't get to have the audacity to tell me how serious to take your king's case. You don't get to do that because I did that. But after that 3rd time, and I saw because I was there, and I've been on YouTube for quite some time now. The way the world turned, speaking of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's circle, it started to become one hell of a fucking circus bullshit show to me. That's when you got laughter, pretty much of it, outside of, the me and Bookham, because us never pardon either. He's funny to me. And God gave us senses to use. And one of those senses, in case you have forgotten, when things that you believe internally kind of tickles your pink a little bit, You know, I ain't worried about that. That was some funny shit. You know how like the comedians get on the stage, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart and all of those people, right? And they talk about realistical shit in the world. In case you haven't caught Cat Williams World War III, that man speaks some realistical shit, but he makes it funny to enjoy so that you don't end up with your panties in a bunch like you are doing. Had you been as serious as you are portraying to be in this person to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly that you say you are, ain't no hiding in this game. Ain't no hiding. He needed all the help he can get. And the number one help should have been his queen. So there is nothing with your intellectual language, your hypotheses, your propaganda, your narration, your dialogue can do at this moment in America for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Only his attorneys. Thank God he has another one, Jennifer Bunjin, that has come out to stand up third go round. This will be the third go round for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. In case you didn't know, so now you can rest a little bit, not be so antsy about things and so serious. Because, see, life, as well as the serious part, is supposed to be enjoying as well. Don't be mad at me because I keep laughter in my heart to overcome, to succumb all of the bullshit that is injected out here in this circle of your cane. He has to be sentenced first. He has to be. It's protocol. According to the guidelines of the United States of America's law. And then, after that, his attorney can now go to work. And notice that I said his attorney, which to my knowing, that is probably still Greenberg, the one that you done gave some information to and you done talked to, but they didn't believe your ass, so they didn't use you. Now you have Mrs. Bunjin. Not one time, even on the main media streaming that we hear out here, do I hear any, excuse my French, quang, motherfucking thing about no motherfucking quang that has all of the information and can do this and can do that to release her man. It ain't even in the, let me mind you, let me put some on your mind. Let me mind you of this. I read pretty much every fucking bullshit article that comes through this place that I am at. The Inquirer, the Esquire, Inquiring Minds want to know, all that shit. I read from front to the back because it shit be funny, right? Not once cannot find any motherfucking thing saying that he's coming home to you. Now, accepting him spiritually in your presence, it's all good because a lot of people out here have accepted that way as well. I am not a groupie. I am not a clique. I am not out here to rag and ride your commentary, say what you feel. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly shows up to you in spirit, in the smoke signal, under the ground, throw a rock, some rice, and none of that shit. Didn't come out here for it. I came out here, Mrs. Queen, to support Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly with the injustice of the way the Constitution was used against him. I can't argue with you about who the fuck he was fucking or sucking. Not my business. Don't give a fuck at all. Wouldn't have gave me now 2 cents of a fuck if that man would have had 20 or 50 women in that home. That's not what I'm out here for. Did you arrest him and prosecute him legally? Was these women of the legal age that they say that they were in whatever state that they claim to have been in? I don't give a fuck about who chased him around on any goddamn Northwest or American motherfucking airline or a goddamn Sprinter. Did you get him the right way? The law, lawfully. And that should be your only main focus. Not mad about Sylvia because she didn't give you the shout out or she didn't put you on one because you gave her the information and she knows who you is. Not mad at Greenberg because Greenberg didn't say what you wanted them to say, but now if he say some shit, then now you got plans on legally suing a motherfucker. You finna sue your KQAIN fucking attorneys. Huh? Where they do that shit at? Not over here in America. Not over here in America. So don't be over there intertwining the fucking laws with your law. A little bit different over here. A little bit different over here. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, I'm sorry, Australian Queen, has his queens over here of his choice. You want to be mad at somebody? Be mad at your KQAIN. And that's all I have to say. Pretty much. Your anger is all over the place. And if you can allow your anger to be all over the place, you have lost your steps through the valley of becoming a queen in the American eyes. That's it. That's it. That's all. Don't be mad at me because I laugh at this shit. Because this shit here is the most hilarious shit I have ever seen. For the people that want to be, can be, of be, all that shit. All that shit is funny to me. It's funny. Give a fuck. I know how Core links work. I know how this work. I know how this work. I pretty much. So with that being said, because I got to go, it's that time. You all do what you want like I continue to tell you. But right now, she is comical to me. It's very comical. A ghost is always comical to me. Catfishing is always comical to me. It gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere. In their head, you're going to get somewhere because of the way you think that you can speak. You're trying to grab you a coat. And you are a narcissist. You're a narcissist for the fact that you want everybody out here to believe the shit that you believe. You want us to believe your ghost methodology ass bullshit. I don't care, Your Majesty. I don't care. I don't care. Pap don't bow down to nobody. Now that you have got yourself out here in the stream of things, you're going to be brought up. You're going to be talked about. You're not exempt now, especially fucking with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters. They're going to come at you. They want to know. They don't want no, like I said yesterday, no halfway ass crook. They don't want it. They don't want that halfway ass talking, all that subliminal ass shit. Either you gonna come with it or you not. Ain't no in between ass more bitches, no more halfway ass this halfway ass pictures, halfway ass story. None of that shit. Either you coming hard and you stepping hard for that man, or sit your ass in the back. Pretty much. See, I can't bring no more to the table. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But what you will not do and what I don't think that you should do, Queen, is tell me how you feel if I was ever serious or can take this serious about your cane. I did my serious shit. Maybe you missed those episodes. But baby, I dropped my life for your cane. Spent a lot of money for your cane. I did. And everybody knows how I feel about my Teddy. I left my dog for your cane. Staying 2 nights, stomping, free R.KELLY. We did that shit. Yeah, we did. So don't get lost all in the sauce because I got shits and giggles and shit like that over here. But see, I know where my lane is. And my lane is not to be getting all in the heads or getting in touch with the attorneys about presumptions and assumptions and the bluffsumptions and speculations. I think, oh, well, I heard, or well, I'm his wife over in Brazil. The fuck? Who finna do that shit? You in allegedly Australia. You tell these people what the fuck are you finna do for your king all the way in Australia? What is it? Spiritually? Spiritually? You talked about Sylvia and her praying, and everybody does. Because I had to tell her to get the hell out, that you set that damn prayer down and put them motherfucking dirty boots on. Because, see, God gave you a backbone as well for a reason. Each body part that he gave us is meant for something. He used his. When Jesus came back and flooded the word, what did he flood it for? You pissed them off. We are of him. Feelings, touch, smell, everything, you name it. That don't mean that you going to hell because you got to go put on some dirty boots and handle your shit. That ain't dirty. If you allow him to use you, he gonna use your ass to stand your goddamn ground as well. Yes, you can turn one cheek, but he only gave you two. In case you haven't noticed, once they done used your other side of the cheek, it is time for you now to take care of yourself. Because God done gave you what he gave you to work with. Slap me on my first cheek, I'm gonna turn it. I'm okay. You only got one motherfucking time to hit the other side of the cheek. He didn't give me 3. That third time is telling me you gonna get that motherfucking work. Period. Because I ain't got another cheek for you to slap. And I done did what God told me to do. Turn the other cheek. Okay. Slap, gone. Hit that other motherfucking one. I ain't got a third one for you to hit. Now he gonna tell me to come at that ass and it's gonna be okay. Not out here for a person to take your life and you take theirs or this or that. Nah, that shit don't work that way. You get to use what God done gave. And after those are used up, you go get that work. He ain't tell me what to do. Well, I ain't got a third one now. So that signals to me to get you gonna get that work. The fuck? Anyways, Queen Juliet, you have a beautiful, beautiful day. You keep in your heart your belief that your king is coming home to you. But I guarantee you, it won't be no time soon until May of 2022. This 2021, right? Yeah, next year. You're going to have to wait. It's a protocol. And unless you walking up in there as a ghost and turning, putting your motion or your sprinkles over his head and turning him into a ghost, and you going to lift him up and y'all going to walk through brick walls, then I believe that shit. Because other than that, you are just like the rest of everybody else. Gonna have to go sit your ass down and just wait it out. So is your king until his attorneys, they're not your attorneys, they're his attorneys, come back up in there on a third round to win an appeal of getting Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly released. And all I can do over here is pray that it works. That's it. And that's all. I'm going to always be Team Chaos. I love Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's music and things like that, and all of that stuff. But see, I'm not that in love with this situation where I am a groupie, where I need to stop living my life or stop breathing and things like that. No, life still must go on. So sit your spiritual ass down and keep praying to your gods and throwing your rights and all that stuff. And let's hope that Miss Jennifer Bonjean can do her work to win an appeal, to have Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly released. I think she's coming, though, Quang, on his goddamn civil rights. She don't really need all that other shit over there. All she needs is a civil rights, and that'll get them up out of there. Fuck the rest. Fuck the rest. Even though it needs probably some attention to brought to it. I got to go, y'all. I got to go. Everybody in the chat room, I'm sorry I missed all of y'all comments because I wasn't really in there. I want to do that. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Believe what you want to believe. Keep your prayers up for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. This is episode for Miss Queen Juliet 999. We can probably believe that it's going to be another one. And it's going to be another one. And it's going to be another one. And it's going to be another one. She says gremlins and call people narcissists. You got a name for everybody. And this what makes me look at you differently and crazy right now, Miss Juliet. Because over here, if you have the audacity to ever want to talk about everybody else, you're gonna have to acknowledge some of your craziness as well. You gotta keep that shit balanced. You know why? Because God didn't make perfect. And if you keep doing that, you're gonna insinuate to the people that you are thou perfect one. And there is not one that exists in this world but him, God Almighty. So balance that shit out and put your flaws out there. Because you got some. Starting off by fucking frying goddamn eggs while you're trying to talk about your king instead of being over here rescuing him. There go them hearts to the person above you. Give the heart to the person below you. Don't forget to share some hearts to the One Papoose channel and the One Pap channel. You guys, I said what I said. I'm not here to tear her commentary down. She just as free like everybody else, independent. Do your thing. Do your thing. But see, I'm also a living witness, or I can witness to what you're saying. I can agree to what you're saying. As soon as you come with those motherfucking receipts, because that's all people need. You over there talking about somebody, and I put the video up, 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 and I showed Greenberg the video, in the video, in the video. Where's the wedding ring? Where's the wedding pictures? Where'd y'all get married at? Who wedded y'all? God? You talking about the spiritual wedding? Who did all that shit? When was it? What year? What year? Were you on any of the albums? Were you in any of his books? Were you in anything? What did you do? Did you go visit the studio? Did you sneak in, sneak out? What the fuck did you do? Did you help drive the goddamn Sprinter bus? What the fuck did you do? What the fuck did you do? Because everywhere he fucking went, in case you don't remember, according to those motherfucking indictments and all them transcripts read, it said that so-and-so met him over there. So-and-so met him over there. So-and-so was at this big birthday bash party called Holly Haley or whatever her name. So-and-so. And it had said nothing in that goddamn paperwork about no goddamn Miss Juliet thy queen. None of it. So if you're going to be mad at anybody out here, it's Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly for not acknowledging you so that his supporters can feel some type of way or embrace you or whatever you want from them. You're not going to get it until your king says something about you. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. So you want it cleaned up out here? and you want to be that bitch, you want to be that girl, you want to be that famous one, you want to be that wifey, you call your king and you tell him to tell his supporters, that's my motherfucking wifey. And I promise you, that's all it's going to take. Because they listen to the Kane go, they listen to him. They do. That's all it's going to take. And you can kill all of the commotion and intertwining, wired up shit that's going on in your head now about what other people are doing. You fell off the track, homegirl. Fell off the track, homegirl. Now get back on the track. Find your inner spirit. Get on that valley road. It's a step by the step by the step. Follow them steps. And you too may conquer whatever the fuck your agenda is. Pap don't have an agenda. I'm getting ready to get out this fucking car and go do my motherfucking agenda. That's what the fuck I'm finna go do. My agenda is my children, my home, my job, my retirement, my parent, who I have one left, pretty much it. That's my goddamn agenda. Nothing much that I could do for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly or anybody out here but speak on it and hope that the world can see where the setup came in on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. But the truth be told, the world out here, most of us, the majority of us, really, we don't know everything. We don't know everything. So don't prosecute us. Don't persecute us. Don't hang us. Don't lynch us. Juliet, don't do that. You can't lynch us, especially when you're saying that you are the one that knows the truth. I know the truth. Or they teach in that goddamn Catholic churches and shit over there and all the other goddamn religions. They know the truth. Y'all have a beautiful day. I gotta go. Love you all. Love everybody back. It's gonna come. It's gonna be another one right after this one. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.